Hello, everyone, and welcome. Now, I'm still working on this set of 15 cards for my Kendra's Card Challenge entry for January, and these are the not too shabby, and I finished the first 7, and so we're going to get working on sketch 8, and we're going to get a few more of these cards done, and we're getting closer to getting this wrapped up. Probably just have one more video in which we will finish these up. I'm just trying to keep them short, in length, my video. Now here I just die cut out the center of this panel so that I could make the most of my layering sheets. And I'm just going to bring in my glue gun and get it laid down. Now yesterday we did a live in which we did several of these cards, and I had my friend Daria on there with me, and it was a lot of fun, and we're going to probably continue to do that on Mondays. So that'll be another day that we'll go live. So I go live on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. and we're going to do Mondays at 10 a.m. So it'll be fun. And we'll be doing different things. But we chose to work on some Valentine KCC for yesterday's live. So I'm just getting my head wrapped around how I need to lay these down on here. The smaller rectangle piece needs to go on the underneath, and then the larger one goes on top. And I just selected an embossing folder that will look nice with the plaid. It's kind of a lattice pattern, and so I'm at my die cutting machine running it through, and we'll bring it back in, and it looks really, really pretty. I love the dimension that the embossing folders add to the sketches. So I actually keep all of my Kendra's Card Challenge sketches that I have, and it would be really nice to put them in a binder and just keep them to reference for all your various cards, so that you have lots of sketch ideas. So I would suggest that you do that. You could just get your hole punch and put them in a binder, and then just create your own card sketch binder so that you can use those in reference at different times. I think it's a great idea because she has so many different sketches. I don't know how she keeps coming up with all these cutting guides and the sketches, but it is really fun and very useful. So if you haven't checked her out, go to kendrascardchallenge.com on just kendrascardchallenge.com, or you could go to her Facebook page on Facebook. You can also check her out at Cards by Kendra on YouTube. But she puts a lot of work into this, and it's a lot of fun for all of us crafters. So here I'm going to lay the banner down, and I'm just going to fishtail it. I'm looking for my scissors, and we'll just fishtail it. And I'm actually going to lay this banner on the opposite side because my balloons got pretty high on my panel there. I could have put my truck down lower, but I didn't choose to do that. I'm just flip-flopping it, getting it laid down on there. And then the sketch calls for something circular in the lower corner there. And I'm going to bring in my enamel dots and my ephemera and just look and see if there's anything else that I want to add to it. So I'll lay some of these out and, show you some of these different ones, but I'm not sure. I don't believe I wind up going with one of these extra pieces on there, and I'll just grab a sentiment and get it laid down on there. But just left this in to kind of show you some of the different pieces that are in the ephemera, because it's a great set. Just lots of fun things, kind of a different variety of things. Some locks and keys and some coffee and some candles and flowers and, just some different balloons, and there's a bow and different things like that. So here's where I decide I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to bring in one of these simple sentiments from Cat Scrappiness and get it laid down on there. And I have these simple sentiments are some sentiments from Cat Scrappiness that you can stamp in one stamping and die cut out in one run, just 20-some sentiments. And so I had them previously prepared when I was working on a hop for cat scrappiness. And so since I had a bunch of them, I just thought I'd bring them into this because I thought they'd go well with them. So now I'm just using some of these enamel dots that are from Not Too Shabby, and getting them laid down on here. And then this will pretty much finish off our card. And I think it looks really pretty. And you can see the only thing I've done differently with the sketch is to flip-flop the banner. And I didn't add that circle piece. I put my sentiment down there. Now we're going to move on to the next sketch, which is sketch 9. This one's a really simple sketch. So we've got, it recommends on the cutting guide that you use an embossed panel. So that's what I've done. And we're going to get it laid down on there. And this just calls for a strip of pattern paper down the center that you layer with a layer. Evidently, I'm not getting this on straight enough for my satisfaction, so I'm fussing with it. And so I'm just going to layer this strip of pattern paper up on this white panel and get it laid down on there. Yesterday, after we had our live, and Pat and I went to lunch, and then I went to the church to work a little bit, I came home, and no sooner than I got home, we lost our power. Not sure what happened. I don't think it was weather related, but we were without power for a little bit. It wasn't long. Our city actually runs our power, and they are very prompt in getting it back up. So we weren't down long. Our city actually also has a bunch of solar panels that they use as well. We're just a little city, and so, but they seem to be pretty effective in managing our power. So we've been very fortunate with that. So it did come on rather quickly, so that was nice. I was kind of disappointed because when I got home and it went off, because I had just gotten 3 crafty packages, and I had planned to do unboxing with them, and I had to do a video for Cat Scrappiness. And so I knew I couldn't open them until I had power so that I could have the appropriate lighting to do the unboxing. So that was kind of the only little thing about it. I had to be patient and wait for the power to come back on so I could do that. So I was able to open up my packages and do some unboxing and kind of mess around and see what I had gotten. So that was fun. So that finishes up that sketch, and we're going to bring in sketch 10, and this is the one that's got the angled papers that lay down on it. And I didn't have my card base in there, so I had to bring one in. And this pattern paper, both sides are so fabulous. It's just hard to choose what side to lay down with. So I'm going to stick with what I originally planned, since I, kind of coordinated the things to go together. And it's just such a soft, lovely set of pattern paper. And I'm going to bring in, I must have needed to get my glue press so that I could lay it upright so maybe it won't clog on me. Anyway, so the unboxing that I did was for Cat Scrappiness. They have got some organizational products for your craft room, and I did an unboxing and assembly of that, and it's going to air on the Cat Scrappiness channel, I think tomorrow the 15th, if I can get my voiceover done and get it uploaded in time. And then I'm going to bring it to my channel. I'll have to do a different video because YouTube, doesn't allow you to post the same video on 2 channels, or they don't want you to. I know sometimes you might observe that people do that, but I really think that you're not supposed to do that. So it'll be a variation of the video so that I can show you these craft room storage items, and so you can check them out, because they're relatively inexpensive. And if you're needing some items for your craft room, you might want to check these out. So I'll get that running on my channel as well. But Kat's trying to promote some things that she's wanting to push. And I told her the first of the year is always a great time for organizational products, because it seems like everybody wants to organize their craft room at the at the first of the year and kind of refresh and get it together. So here I'm laying this box of chocolates down on this, and I think it's cute. It's super sweet. We've got the box of chocolates with a real pretty bow on there. And I've got this love sentiment. This is an old sentiment from my stash. And I think it's Simon Says stamp sentiment. And my watch band wasn't hooked. I don't know why. So I was hooking it. And we'll just layer this up and get it laid down on there. I put it on, I think, a couple of the other sketches as well. And I think this looks really pretty. So we're going to do one more sketch. And we've got sketch 11 here. And this is the one that has just lots of paper pieces. And so I'm going to get my bottom panel laid down on there. And then we'll layer up all these little pieces, try and get them laid down in order. And I'm not sure that, as I was looking at them, I'm not sure that I cut them exactly right, but it works. So we were talking with Margie on our live the other day about cutting. She said she sometimes struggles with cutting, and we told her we all do. It just, you think, and I mean, I'm sitting there with those sketches, and I've got my guillotine, and I'm following them, trying to, and I think I'm getting it right. And then when I come back to the sketches, sometimes they're not exactly right, and that's okay, because you can make them your own. They are, we always say that the guide is just a jumping off point, and that you can make them your own. So if you do struggle like we all do, don't feel bad about it. Just go with it, and you're going to come up with a beautiful card anyway. I'm looking at the different patterns and trying to decide if I want to flip some of them to make them. And so I'll flip that top one and just show some of that pattern paper in there. I flipped it back. I'm still trying to decide. And I'm doing the voiceover in the man cave, and I don't have the cards in front of me to look at. I should have brought them in here. Sometimes when I do my voiceovers, I'll have the cards to look at so that I know exactly what I did. But it's early in the morning. I'm just trying to get this voiceover done before I go and pick up the boys. We're on a 2-hour delay. School's been delayed 2 hours because of the cold. We've got extreme cold here right now. And so when we're on a 2-hour delay, my grandson doesn't go to preschool. So I'll have both of the boys at the same time all day, and it'll be a little bit more chaotic. So I thought I'd get this done, and then I'll go get ready and get them picked up. And we'll just hang out all day inside and stay warm since it's really, really cold. So we'll have to have some hands-on activities for them. We'll probably do some block building, and we've got some magnets that we build stuff out of, and some puzzles and different things like that. We'll do some hands-on things, because these are hands-on kids. They really like to build and play, with their hands. So we'll do that. We're going to do some practicing also of our letters. They're 2 and 3, but they're very advanced. So I'll have the books out so they can practice, tracing their letters and stuff. We're trying to work on their writing skills. So I need to do that. I told my daughter that we would focus on that. So that'll be fun. They like the markers and the crayons anyway. Now, the 2-year-old the other day, so funny. I just had him, and the 3-year-old was at preschool, and he was just had the crayons and the coloring book and was playing with it. And I turned around. I was doing something, and I turned around and looked at him, and he had stuck a crayon up one nostril and then another one up the other nostril, and he was just sitting there. Of course, I had to snap a picture of it and send it to my daughter. It was just hysterical. They were large, long crayons, so I wasn't worried about him getting them lodged up his nose. And he just thought it was funny and promptly pulled them out. But oh my gosh, my girls had stuck things in their ears and up their nose when they were kids. So that finishes off the 4th and final card. So I'm just going to lay them out here. And I think they're just gorgeous. So it'll be a nice addition to the set, and then we'll finish the rest of them off on another video. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye now.